What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy 15 playthrough video. This is chapter 14. Probably the last chapter from what I've heard.
Last man standing.
I can't believe the demons have taken over this area. Oh, these guys? I got something for them. Wait, that should have taken everybody out.
Everyone's okay.
That's all? I killed all those guys and they only gave me like 80 experience points. I'm probably just gonna end up skipping them now. Look, there's Umbra. But it's pretty far. It's 2 point some miles away. Is there a car? Or am I gonna have to run it? Yeah, I don't see anything. I guess we're gonna have to run. Where's the chocobo when you need them?
Ready for this?
There's gotta be a quicker way to get there.
What is it, boy? Something's coming.
Maybe my ride.
A truck? Yeah?
It's me, Talcott. My grandpa served the Amicidia family?
Talcott?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes way. Welcome back, Your Majesty. Yes, sir. That's right. Huh? Just a second. Said he wants to have a word with you.
He can have it in person.
He said you can have it in person. Okay. We should be there shortly, sir. Wow. I can't tell you how good it is to see you again.
Yeah, you sure look different, though.
You think so? Guess I've grown some these 10 years.
10 years.
The guys must be pinching themselves right now.
Where are they, anyway?
Lestalem, more often than not, but they take a lot of trips to Hammerhead. For Miss Cindy. You know, back at the garage. She's a tough one, but when she needs a little extra muscle out on the road, she gives him a call.
Huh.
Oh, speaking of which, the guys said they're near Hammerhead right now, so we'll be meeting them there. You know, ever since you disappeared, Your Majesty, it's been nothing but nighttime non-stop. Lestalem still has light thanks to the power plant, so just about everyone's taken refuge there.
Only there?
Everywhere else has been abandoned. Demons moved in, forcing the people to move out. People still swing by the garage at Hammerhead from time to time, but it usually isn't for repairs. These days it's less of a service station and more of a slayer station, a base for demon hunting. The garage is still open though, one of the few places that is.
So, Sid, is he still alive and kicking?
He's kicking all right, just not as hard as before. He hasn't really been himself lately. At least, not since he moved out to Lestalem. Someone suggested he move the garage there too, but old man Sid wasn't having it. He called it a big fat chocobo turd of an idea. Said it just wouldn't be the same anywhere else.
That sounds like Sid, all right.
Miss Cindy said she didn't mind either way. So the garage will probably stay put for a while. And without any tinkering to do, Ignis's gourmet seafood is about all Sid has left to look forward to. With all the demons prowling around, more folk were getting hurt. Or worse. So Iris talked the Marshal into taking out the demons themselves. Iris the Demon Slayer, they call her. Gladio and the others, they lend him a hand whenever they can. Prompto spends most of his time hunting around Hammerhead. He tries to impress Miss Cindy, but she's already married to her work.
And Ignis?
He hunts too. We tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen. He said if anything, he's more used to the darkness than we are.
Never got his vision back.
I'm afraid not. But that being said, he gets by pretty well on his own. Gladio and Prompto usually hunt on their own as well. It isn't often you see the three of them together nowadays. They still work as a team every once in a while, but each has his own set of tasks to keep him busy.
Is that so?
Wow, so much has changed. Like 10 years is a long time. And everything's dark now.
We've arrived, Your Majesty. Everyone will be so happy to see you. Don't worry. I won't be going anywhere. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Hey.
Hey? That's all you have to say for yourself after all this time?
Noct! It's you! It's really you!
I hadn't realized.
Well, well. You kept us waiting.
Not like I wanted to. We've got catching up to do.
Let's head inside.
Alright, they said be sure to spare no preparation. We're gonna have to buy a lot of supplies because I might be under level now. Yeah, it looks like it's raining ash too. So no more food. This place is like a barracks for weapons. So after they die, they shift or change.
Hey.
That's a pretty good weapon.
See you later.
Let me equip my my team with their new weapons. I forgot to do that as well. I must have bought these weapons already, or they already came with the best weapons. I know I have like double of everything.
Welcome.
I'm broke again. Let me get a couple more just in case. You never know.
Come again.
I wonder if they fixed the regalia. Or how are we gonna get there? Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty far.
I'm more than happy to tell you everything I know. We've even got some former Imperials fighting for us. The toughest of them said she used to lead a band of mercenaries.
Aranea?
So you do know her. Well, I'm not surprised. The Marshal said she was feared far and wide back in the day. But now she's revered among the Lucian masses. Same with her men, Biggs and Wedge. Each of them leads their own small army.
That's great.
I'm more than happy to tell you everything. Oh, right. About the Empire.
Huh.
Gladio brought back word that both the Emperor and High Commander were dead. With those two gone, Niflheim pretty much fell apart.
Yeah, figured.
I'm more than happy to tell you the Chancellor's still around, though. In Insomnia. Nobody who saw him had any clue what he might have been up to. Their stories piqued Ignis's curiosity. I ended up helping Ignis look into the matter, digging through old records, even joining him on trips to the royal tombs.
Royally roped into it.
It's cool. I'm a bit of a history buff myself. But we did discover something pretty weird.
Huh?
While we were poring over all those ancient texts, one name caught our eye. Ardens. Apparently he was hailed as a savior, healing all those who were ravaged by demons, only to end up branded a demon himself. A dubious charge, I'd say. By all accounts, he was just as human as you and me.
Huh.
I'm more than happy to tell you everything I know. On the bright side, we've come a little closer to understanding the demons.
And?
You see, I'd always thought they were animals, only more hideous and savage. But it turns out they're just ordinary people. Unlucky folk infected by something or other that transform them into monsters. There's no known cure as of yet. So death is the only mercy. I'm more than happy to tell you we've got a lot of survivors pouring in from Accordo, too. What with all the demon attacks there as of late? Not like it's much better here. Ostalem's practically overflowing with refugees from Insomnia. The Empire's recovery assistance fell by the wayside, and demons overran the city. Thankfully, Iris and the Marshal managed to evacuate the civilians. Now there's no one left, except the demons. I spent my childhood in the Crown City. It's sad knowing it's gone, you know?
Not for long. I became the king to reclaim our home, and now I'm back, as promised.
All these years and you remembered.
You bet.
I'm more than happy to tell you everything. Your Majesty? Do you remember my grandfather?
Yeah.
There's something I wasn't able to tell you back then. Grandpa died because of me. It was my fault. An Imperial officer approached me in town, asked if I was from the Crown City, and that was just the beginning. What brings you here, young man? You didn't come here by yourself, did you? Oh, your grandfather's a butler at a manor. How very grand. Oh, he rubs shoulders with the royal family. You must be ever so proud. I answered him without thinking. A little after that, the man showed up at our hotel.
Talcott.
Think what you will of me, but please know that Grandpa didn't give you away.
Listen.
Yeah?
You're not a kid anymore. You should know by now what happened that day wasn't your fault. None of it. You know, it's hard to ask someone about their pain, but it's just as hard to share your own with someone else. I appreciate you opening up to me, and I swear I'll make things right. But believe me when I say nobody blames you. Not me, not your grandpa. Trust me, you have the king's word.
I suppose you're right, Your Majesty. Thank you. Safe travels, Your Majesty.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That was, he gave us a lot of good information about what's been going on and about himself. I forgot to change, this sword. Well, that's a pretty cool looking sword. Alright, I'm trying to figure out who's gonna give us a ride out of town.
Well, fellas, We're homeward bound at last. Time to suit up.
Finally get to rock these threads.
Wear them with pride.
Yeah. Just hope they still fit.
Oh, he might still be blind, but he can cook again. Let's go for my favorite meal before battle. It's too bad they all don't have a favorite meal in common. That way they can all enjoy, but this will be better than nothing, right? After 10 long years of solitude, Noctis is reunited with his friends, breaking camp for the final time. They return to the crown city of Insomnia, where the chosen king will make his stand and restore the light to the world by taking down Arden. I mean, I don't know why he did this anyway. Like, he was a healer before, and they apparently there was an animated prologue video to his. He has a story, like his own DLC content. I've heard, I haven't played it. But there's a animated video to it. I think it's on YouTube. I haven't seen it yet either. I'm gonna check it out after this. But his backstory is pretty interesting. How he became a villain. But I don't know what's he trying to do though to the world. Like, if it's in darkness, he has to live in it too, right? Does he want demons running around, or is he just going to try to end the world eventually? I think that's what most of the villains try to do anyways, like end the world.
Home sweet home.
Yeah, at long last.
What we've been waiting for.
Sure is.
Are you with me?
Of course.
You bet.
Until the very end.
It's time to finish this. Once and for all.
Headed for the Citadel, the cure to Insomnia. It's time to end all these guys.
Yeah.
You got it! With pleasure.
Here we are.
See ya!
Ignis! Just the
Good!
thing! You don't seem as jumpy as before.
Maybe I'm just better at hiding?
That's the way.
See ya!
Haven't fought together like this in ages.
Really takes you back, doesn't it?
We may have struggled before, but now...
I'm surprised we haven't seen any glaives around here.
Why would we?
Because they're doing reconnaissance, dealing with the demons as they go. Their base is up ahead. Come on.
What is that? Let's kill it.
I sense trouble.
You sense right. Nice, Iggy!
No time for compliments.
Yeah, got work to do.
Get it!
I guess that attack misses now. I like their new outfits, it matches.
Nice one! going, Pronto? It's nothing. He's out cold!
Maybe the King of Kings really is as almighty as they say.
I'll say that was, I think I had to fight that too, or else it wasn't gonna let me through.
These monsters! Look what they've done to our home!
Once we take it back, we'll rebuild it better than ever.
Just like we promised! Not just the thing!
Us? Or them?
Yeah.
At least these monster fights are kind of more challenging now.
Guess
So.
we've still got a little fight left in us.
You say that like we've already peaked.
Yeah, we haven't even reached our prime.
Guess you're right. Shit.
Looks fresh.
Then we should hurry. There may be survivors nearby.
You've got this.
Of course.
Cygnus, I'm just the thing.
But of course, Your Highness.
Marshal!
You gone senile or something?
Can do.
The Marshal's got an old. He could probably still handle his own though.
Many of them.
Tell me about it. Don't worry, I got this.
Hang in a little longer. Check this out.
Kill them all. Focus.
How about we show them the power of teamwork?
Ready when you are.
Ready?
Gladio.
Squashed it like a bug. Literally.
Done here.
Oh, that thing keeps making them. I think.
Ignis, I'm just the thing.
Don't worry, I got this.
Thanks. You set a pretty good example.
done here? You alright?
More or less. Glad you made it back, Highness.
Glad to be back.
I've got something to show you. Follow me.
So, what brought you back to Insomnia?
We wanted to do what we could to make sure everything was in order. For the day the king returned to reclaim his rightful seat on the throne. We're stationed just up ahead. It's just about the only place we have left. Come on. Good news, everyone! Your king has returned!
Highness! I knew you'd come back!
Liege.
Your Highness, for many moons, we have eagerly awaited the coming of this day.
Brothers and sisters, brave warriors of Lucis. You've done well these 10 years. And I thank you. You've done so much. All for my sake. Even as the darkness overcame our world, we kept the light alive in our hearts. We've all lost friends and loved ones along the way, but the one thing we never lost was hope. Brothers and sisters, I ask you to stand by me and fight at my side for the light and for the future of our world.
All hail the King of Light!
The Glaives finally got its king.
They're all so happy to have him back.
Yes, but none are happier than us.
They're all limping though. They're like hurt.
A lot of Glaives died at the signing ceremony, but one of them survived and escorted Lady Lunafreya to safety. To this day, his story lives on as an inspiration to us all.
You can buy just about anything you need from that vending machine over there. If you're lucky enough to have any gil, that is.
But why wouldn't I?
A lot happened while you were gone. For one, the people of Lucis gave up on traditional currency. Instead, they started to trade things like meteor shards, stuff with more practical value.
Mr. Argentum? I've heard you're quite the savvy cameraman. Could you help me with something?
With what?
Well, a group of us were trying to take some pictures of the Crown City as part of our reconnaissance work. Unfortunately, the demons were too much for us to handle, so I was hoping you might be able to go out and snap some shots in our stead. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Leave it to me.
Hey, about those photos. Would it be okay if I helped? I want to see the state of the city for myself.
Sure thing. The more the merrier.
Here, take this.
A key?
Good eye. That'll let you open all the gates around here.
Perfect. So, what's next for you, Marshal?
Lots of Imperial stragglers left. Thought I'd clean them up.
Need a hand?
Looking to earn yourself a favor? If so, you're more than welcome. Just tell Yosef when you're ready.
My liege, I have a request from Ms. Aram.
You mean Cindy?
Yes. She was hoping you would help her unearth some special machine parts from the city ruins. We've already deployed one of our glaives to the designated area. They're not much for conversation, but rest assured, when it comes to combat, they're more than capable. I've marked the location on your map. All that's left is to rendezvous with the glaive and begin the operation.
Got it. I'll see what I can do.
I think since I'm here, I might do a few of these side quests.
My humblest apologies, but this area is on lockdown at the moment. Literally, that is, it's locked. I would open it for you, but I seem to have misplaced the key. No, I had it with me back at the station.
You can talk to them.
You get a few more scars while I was gone?
Wouldn't be much of a shield if I didn't take a few hits.
Think you can take a couple more?
It's my job. I'll take as many as you need me to.
So, how'd things work out with you-know-who?
Oh, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
Look at you. Just remember, hold tight to the ones you love. And don't let go. Lose your grip and you lose them for good. Heard you're heading the Crown's Guard. Your dad would be proud of you.
His are pretty big shoes to fill. But I swore a vow to do whatever it takes to protect you and the future of our world.
And I'll be sure to hold you to it, Captain. Once the night is over, we'll break down the walls and usher in the dawn of a new world.
Yeah, just like we promised.
Thanks for opening up a camp. I appreciate it.
Didn't want to leave anything unsaid. Whatever you do, you will have my unwavering support.
I know. We've sacrificed so much just to make it this far. Lost so much along the way.
The pains of the past pave a path to the future. Our sacrifices won't be in vain.
Yeah. We've sacrificed so much.
The pains of our sacrifice.
Yeah.
Alright, let's start with some of these quests.
Never thought I'd find myself asking you for help. Appreciate it.
No problem. I've already got a favor in mind for once we've wiped out the Empire for good.
Can't wait.
Did you manage to meet up with the glaive? They aren't terribly talkative, but their prowess in the field speaks for itself.
Which one of them is Josette?
I crossed the continent as a hunter in my former life, but I was reborn as a member of the Marshal's Kingsglaive. If ever I can be of service to you, please do not hesitate to ask.
Name's Joseph. Pleasure. Our objective is the annihilation of all remnants of the Imperial forces. Several of the Empire's bases located around the city remain operational. The Marshal is scouting these locations as we speak. You can begin the operation once you rendezvous with him on site.
Roger.
Well, best of luck, boys. Done a bit of reconnaissance myself in preparation for the operation. Keeping tabs on the Nifs. Makes my blood boil to see the mess they've made of the Crown City.
Don't worry. We'll make things right. Iris.
I didn't believe Gladdy when he told me you were back.
How have you been?
I've been okay. Actually, there's something I wanted to talk with you about.
What?
It can wait. I'd rather talk about it in person. So, just make sure you come back in one piece, okay?
Yeah, thanks for taking care of everyone while I was gone. And if anything happens, I'll be counting on you.
I'm sure nothing will happen. See you soon. Okay, Noct?
Yeah. See you soon.
That's pretty cool. She's still alive too. Alright, let's head to these Imperial bases.
On the block.
Gladio, let's do this!
Ignis! I've just the thing.
Come get some.
Fashionably late, I see.
Arden.
Insomnia, the crown city of my kingdom. I bid you a warm welcome.
What the hell's he doing?
I've prepared something special for you, Noctis.
What?
Yes, it's the same war your father gave his life to sustain. I thought it might serve as a lovely little reminder of your daddy, dearest. Do you like it?
You sick.
How could you say that to your own flesh and blood? I'll try to find it in my heart to forgive you by the time you reach the Citadel. My little pet will greet you at the gates.
We just destroyed a good portion of the town. Head to the Citadel. Whoa, look at that.
Safety first, everybody!
Maybe this will kill him, the summon. was about to say, there's no way he was going to survive that judgment bolt.
Magnificent.
And you're still acting like a kid.
Come on, Noct!
This mission's going to be tough, so I asked the Glaive to lend us a hand. Once they've completed their task, that'll be your cue to get to work.
Got it.
Are you ready? Then we better get moving. First, the Glaives will temporarily take the security system offline. That's when you boys step in and wipe out the enemy.
But what happens if we run out of time?
Good question. The system goes back online and the mission ends in failure.
So, the quicker we do this, the better.
You got it. Let's pick up the pace. Stay cautious. Let's move. Quit standing around. It's not over yet. On to the next one. Quit standing around. It's not over yet.
Oh, that was kind of tough.
Mission complete.
For now, I'm going to scout our next destination. See you there. About time. Well, I'm ready when you are. Well then, let's move out, boys. Good. We've made it in undetected. You're coming with me, Your Majesty. We'll take them down without being seen.
Okay, but what if we are?
Then we give them everything we've got. No sense sticking in the shadows of
I should have just used the stealth option if I didn't get caught.
One more down.
And one more to go.
We'll bust that base in no time.
You made it.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Ready to go? Good. The Empire's using this facility to store their arsenal.
Sounds like an important tactical target.
What's our plan?
We charge in through the front gates. Pretty cut and dry.
Just the way I like it.
I guess we won't be stealthy in this mission.
All together, men.
This way, come on. Hard and fast! Marshal!
Get some. Pathetic.
Marshal!
Move it or lose it!
Well, that takes care of the bases.
So do you think the Glaive will be able to handle things from here?
With the head start you've given them, they'll be fine.
And once they're done, Insomnia will be ours once more.
Must be his little pad.
We can only hope it's barred, as well as things bite.
We bite back.
Should have let the sleeping dog lie.
Where's the Marshal when you need him?
I'm afraid he's already preoccupied with other business.
Handle this one ourselves.
Get it!
Just the thing.
Look at Leviathan go. Get him. I've never seen this summon. I was about to say if he's still alive from that.
That's one hell of a pack.
Is it too late to ask Arden to call off his dog?
I'm afraid it is.
Damn, it's got us trapped.
If we can't run, all we can do is fight.
Iggy's right. Come on.
Sorry to break this up.
Life's just the thing.
Kill or be killed.
Yeah. Noctis, try attacking the beast while it's in midair.
And stop it from bouncing around?
Precisely. Just the thing.
Okay, surprised you asked.
You really do care, big guy.
Someone's gotta look after you too.
Ignis, life's just the thing. Life's just the thing. What kingly confidence you've acquired.
And it only took you 10 years.
Tri-headed triumph. Woo! What a battle. I was trying to do side quests too, not even go into this, but we're here now.
Looks like there's no way past the wall. There's way too many of them!
And no way out of this either.
Still, we can't just give up now. Luna!
Gods above, hear my plea. Lend the chosen king your strength, that he may save our star from darkness blight.
The lady's words have reached the heavens. By the will of the oracle and the grace of the gods, a path for the king is made.
Luna. Thank you.
The fate of our star rests with you now, my king.
Talk about divine intervention.
Oh, feels good to know the gods are fighting on our side.
They've entrusted the future to you, Noct.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to let him down now.
Alright, the way to the Citadel is now cleared. Now back to these side quests.
Top of the morning, fellas.
Feels a little forced when it's always nighttime, don't you think?
Yeah. I guess you're right.
A good place to come when we need a rest.
Just the thing.
No use hanging around here.
Indeed.
Let's take it down to the underground. According to the map, this should be the spot.
Then let's hurry up and get to work. So you must be the glaive she was talking about.
I feel like I know you somehow.
I also vaguely recall making their acquaintance.
Were they this talkative last time we met, too?
I'm not sure, but there's no point dwelling on the past. Right now, we're on a mission. this it? Well, I think we found all there is to find. Got a little cut off. Not bad.
What kind of guy do you suppose the Founder King was?
A rather special one, I assume. He was the first of his line to be selected as the Crystal's sworn protector.
Just think. It could have been Arden atop that throne.
He and I may be born of the same blood, but I don't care. That won't stop me from bringing him to justice.
Move it or lose it!
Just the thing. Just the thing.
This isn't your day. found one.
Got it.
Well, that should be all of them.
Ooh, I can't wait to see what Cindy's planning to do with them.
I've no doubt it'll be something special.
We'll find out soon enough.
Thanks to you boys, we're that much closer to making Insomnia Imperial free for good. You can leave the stragglers to us. We'll take back our home.
Thank you for your help. The Glaive was elated to have been granted the honor of serving under the King of Light. They said teaming up reminded them of all those years spent fighting alongside their comrades.
Tell them the honor was all mine. I'm glad I was able to share the field with one of my father's glaives.
Howdy. Heard y'all was back in town.
Better late than never. How have you been?
Good. Even better now, knowing you're safe and sound.
Yeah. Hope I didn't make you worry too much.
Only a little. I reckon my suffering ain't even half as bad as what you've been through.
Anyway, we got the goods.
Much obliged. You see, I'm trying to put together a machine that'll allow us to produce a lot of light without using a lot of energy.
Hard at work as always.
Just pitching in and doing my part.
And you can count on me to pitch in and do my part as well.
Well, whatever you end up doing, make sure you don't keep a girl waiting this time, you hear?
I'll see what I can do. Anyway, thanks again. And send Sid my regards. I bet you'll be happy with that shot. And with that, I think we've snapped everything.
Wow. I remember all those times we came here together.
Yeah, and all the memories we made.
Too many to count. Oh, man. You remember that one time you got hit on by that random girl?
You mean the time that you totally ditched me? Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude, but that panic look on your face was priceless. I'll never forget it.
Neither will I.
Here you go.
These are great! They should give us a good enough lay of the land to plan our next mission. Thanks.
Our pleasure. It was a worthwhile endeavor for us as well.
A nice trip down memory lane.
And a reminder of the long road ahead.
I guess we better start walking.
Thanks again for your help. We'll be sure to put your pictures to good use in our next operation.